Sai Raman and all. So, in the previous session, we began the lesson, first lesson, a hero, and the main protagonist of the story is Swami, the boy. The incident, father and his son, they were in his office room. So what was the father doing? Father was reading the newspaper, looking over the newspaper. So what did he see while reading the newspaper? While he was looking over the newspaper, what did he see? What did he find? He found an article. What does the article say? The article says that a boy, he was very brave. He fought with the tiger and climbed the tree. Correct? How long did he stay on the tree? What is the answer? He stayed there half a day till some people came and killed the tiger. This is the story. This is the paragraph. The paragraph described the bravery of a boy. Correct? Now, father asked Swami a question. What was the question? What do you say to that? Now, he wanted to know the reply of Swami. Did Swami agree? No. What did he say? That is not at all a boy. He should be a grown-up. He should be a strong man. Correct? A boy cannot fight with the tiger. Then father said. So, next question, see. What is important, according to Swami's father, to do a great thing? What is important? According to father, courage is important. If a man is courageous, he can do anything. He can achieve a great thing. But what is important according to Swami? Strength and age are important. Correct? It's a multiple choice question, remember. So, Swami did not agree with his father. He asked him, how can it be, father? It is impossible. We cannot defend ourselves if a tiger attacks us. Then father asked him to leave that question. Now he asked him to prove his courage. Now, how should Swami prove his courage? Father challenged him to prove his courage by sleeping alone in his father's office room that night. So, it is a challenge. Correct? Now come to the lesson. Third paragraph, see. When father asked him to sleep in his office room to prove his courage, Swami considered this challenge as a frightful proposition. Open your textbook. A frightful proposition, Swami thought. He had always slept beside his granny in the passage, and any change in this arrangement kept him trembling and awake all night. He hoped at first that father was only joking. He mumbled weakly, "Yes, and tried to change the subject. He said very loudly and with a great deal of enthusiasm. What did he say? We are going to admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter. We are buying brand new bats and balls. Our captain has asked me to tell you. So come to the lesson. So how did he consider that challenge? Swami said, a frightful proposition. What is a proposition? A suggestion. What is proposed is a proposition. Correct? So here is a suggestion. What kind of suggestion is it? What kind of challenge is it? Swami said, Swami thought, it is a frightful proposition. What is frightful? F-R-I-G-H-T. Frightful means fearful, simple word. Dreadful. Unpleasant. Unpleasant. Awful. Terrible. Terrific. It's a terrific proposition. Terrible proposition. Terrible suggestion. Given by whom? Father. So a frightful proposition, full of fright, dreadful, unpleasant. Swami thought. He had, why did he consider it is a frightful proposition? Because he had always slept beside his granny in the passage. So granny made him sleep beside her. Granny did not allow him to sleep. She did not allow him to go away from her. He was afraid of darkness. He was afraid of ghosts. So he, Swami, had always slept beside his granny. Always. It's adverb. When. Parts of speech is adverb. Always, opposite, never. Always, opposite, seldom. It's also correct. So he had always slept. Past perfect tense. Sleep present, slept past, slept past participle. He had always slept where? Beside. By the side of. Pakkadalli inta. Beside. So what is the difference? Another word is there. What is the difference between beside and besides? What is the difference? Is there any difference? Yes, if you look at the words beside and besides, the only difference is yes, but. There is a lot of difference. See, besides means in addition to. In addition to. For example, besides playing cricket, he also plays dash. Besides. So beside his granny in the passage, loving granny, affectionate granny. Remember that sentence. And any change in this arrangement, what is the arrangement? Sleeping beside his granny. If there is a change, any change in this arrangement, kept him trembling and awake all night. ಏನಾದರೂ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆದರೆ, kept him tremble. Tremble means what? Tremble means shiver. Shake. ನಡುಗು. Trembling and awake all night. Awake. Opposite, asleep. Awake present. Awoke past. Awoken past participle. Remember. So awake all night. So he could not get good sleep if there is a change in this arrangement. Granny should be there beside him. Then only he could get good sleep. He hoped at first. Now, father's interference put him in trouble. He hoped that, hope present, hoped past participle. He hoped that, he believed that, he hoped at first that father was only joking. He considered it, he didn't take it seriously. He thought that it was a joke. He mumbled weakly. What did he say? Mumble. Meaning is given there. What is mumble? Say something not clearly enough. One word substitute. Mumble. ಅಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So he mumbled. To speak like a toothless person. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು. Correct? So he mumbled. What did he say? Yes. Can you prove you have courage? Yes, he said. And tried to change the subject. Was he ready to sleep? No. What did he do? He was very wise. What did he do? He tried to change the subject. Try present, tried past participle. Trial is a noun. And tried to change the subject. What is the subject here? Sleeping in his office room that night. He said very loudly. He said very loudly. He said very loudly. Now frame a question to get the word. Underline word as answer. He said very loudly. Loud is adjective. Loud voice is adjective. Loud. Loudly, manner of the voice. Loudly is adverb. So it answers the question word how. How. Now, next comes the helping verb. Said, so did. How did. Next comes the subject. How did he. Next comes the main verb. How did he. Underline this one also. How did he say? He said very loudly. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. How ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. Did say becomes said. We need a helping verb in a question. So did. Next comes the subject. Next comes the main verb. So how did he say? What is answer? He said very loudly. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ? And with a great deal of enthusiasm, he was very interested. A great deal of means with a great deal of enthusiasm. One meaning, a large number of. Here we cannot apply this meaning. A large number of or a large amount of. Here it is. A great deal of means a large amount of what? Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means great interest, ಆಸಕ್ತಿ, ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Great deal of enthusiasm, interest, eagerness. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನವ? What did he say? When he was asked to sleep, what did he say? He changed the subject. Remember this one. How did Swami try to escape from his father? Desperate attempts did Swami make to escape from his father. This is the first instance. What is that? We are going to admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter, he said. What did he say? He said to his father, we are going to admit, going to, grammatically it indicates future, in future, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, isn't it? Yeah. We are going to admit even elders in our cricket club. We admit means allow, to enter, permit, give admission to, admit, allow to enjoy, allow to enjoy. So here, admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter. We are buying brand new bats and balls. He said, he tried to change the subject, he changed the subject. Our captain has asked me to tell you. Who has asked Swami to tell Swami's father? His captain. Now, what should Swami tell his father? He should tell his father that his captain gave a chance, gave him information to tell that elders are allowed to play. Elders are admitted to play. This information should be conveyed. Now, remember this one. Our captain has asked me to tell you. Extract question. Remember? Who said this? To whom was it said? What has the captain asked Swami to tell? These are the three questions. I think you can answer. Come to the fourth paragraph. What was the response of Swami? Swami's father. We will see about that later. Father cut in. You must sleep alone hereafter. Swami realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. From a challenge, it had become a command. He knew his father's tenacity at such moments. What did he say? Father say, we will see about that later. He didn't want to answer the suggestion of Swami. He stuck on his point. We will see about that later. So how to change into indirect speech? Father said, we will see about that later. The sentence within the incoma is a statement, assertive sentence. So conjunction is that. Father said remains same. Said, it's a statement. So conjunction is that. That we becomes they, will becomes would, they would see about that later. This is the answer in that speech. So we will see about that later. That means what? Swami's father getting admission in cricket team. Got. Later opposite. Later opposite earlier. Late, early. Later, earlier. We will see about that later. He didn't want to discuss about this one. So who said this? Who was it said to? What does that refer here? Fourth question. When did he say so? When did he say so? When Swami said that they are going to admit even elders in their cricket club thereafter. Hereafter in indirect becomes thereafter. Correct. Now, father cut in. What is cut in? Cut in. Interfere. Interpose. Interfere in conversation. Interrupt. Tale haku anta helತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. Cut in. Interfere. You must sleep alone hereafter, he said. You must sleep alone hereafter. Father said that, in indirect speech it becomes, father said that, you becomes he must becomes had to, he had to sleep alone, hereafter becomes thereafter. So he had to sleep alone thereafter. Swami realized that. Now, realize means understand. Realize means understood. He realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. He could not control his father. It is not in his hand. So it had gone beyond his control. Beyond means beyond, it's a preposition. Beyond means far off. Means far away. Far away. He could not control. The control is far away from him. He could not control his father. He said, from a challenge, it had become a command. In the beginning, it was a challenge. He challenged Swami to sleep by saying, by asking him, can you? Now it becomes a command. There is no way to escape. It had become a command. He knew his father's tenacity at such moments. What is tenacity? It's given there. Tenacity means determination. Tenacity means rigidity. Tenacity means persistency. Tenacity means here determination. So he knew his father's firm determination at such moments. He thought that father won't change his mind at all. Correct? It is impossible for him to change his mind, his father's mind. So he should submit himself. Now use the word sleep as a noun and verb in your own sentence. Sleep as a noun. I got good sleep. Here sleep is a noun. Correct? They sleep well. Here sleep is a verb. Correct? One more word. Command. Use the word command as a noun in a sentence and verb in a sentence. Command. He gave a command. Noun. They command us. Verb. Very easy. Command, noun, command, verb. Correct? I think you can frame your own sentence. One more word is there. Control. Use the word control as a noun, control as a verb. I have control over something. You finish it. You complete it. You fill. Control over. Next, verb. They control us. Very simple. Make simple sentences. Don't make lengthy sentences. There is a possibility of making errors. So, make simple sentences. So, here, come to the fifth paragraph. From the first of next month, I will sleep alone, father, he said. From the first of next month, so this is the second incident. From the side of whom? Swami, to escape from his father. From the first of next month, I will sleep alone, father. Who said this? Swami said this. To whom was it said? It was said to Swami's father. Where should he sleep? He should sleep in his father's office room. Why should he sleep? To prove his courage. Correct? So he said that from the first of next month, ಮುಂದಿನ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗುತ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. I will sleep alone, father, he said. No, you must do it now. Father disagreed. Father did not support. He said, no, I won't allow you. No, you must do it now. What is it? Sleeping in his office room. So in indirect it becomes father said that he had to sleep, had to do it then. He had to do it then. It is disgraceful sleeping beside granny or mother like a baby. You are in the second form and I don't like the way you are being brought up, he said, and looked at his wife who was rocking the cradle. Why do you look at me while you say it? She asked. I hardly know anything about the boy. No, I don't mean you, said father. If you mean your mother is spoiling him, tell her so and don't look at me, she said and turned away. See how interesting. No, you must do it now. Father did not allow him to sleep from the first of next month. You are in why? It is disgraceful. What is disgraceful? Disgraceful means shameful. Shameful, bringing disgrace, bringing shame. It is disgraceful. So what is disgraceful? Sleeping beside granny is disgraceful. It's a shame. Sleeping beside granny or mother like a baby. You are not a baby, but you are sleeping like a baby beside your granny. It is disgraceful. It is shameful. Why? Because you are in the second form. You are not a small baby. You are a grown up. So you are in the second form and I don't like the way you are being brought up. Bring up. Now frame a sentence. Bring up. Bring up means look after. Bring up means foster. I think you can frame a sentence. Okay, it's homework for you. Bring up, frame a sentence. I don't like, he did not like the way he was being brought up. What is the voice of that sentence? It is in passive voice. They are bringing him up. They are bringing him up. It is in active voice. How to change into passive voice? They are bringing him up. So he is being. ಇದರಿಂದ ತೆಗಿರಿ. He is being brought up by them. It is passive voice. Now here the sentence is, I don't like the way you are being brought up by her. So here you are being brought up by them. Passive. You are being brought up by them. Correct? So he said and looked at his wife. What did he say while saying I don't like? So he said that he pointed at, he blamed whom? His wife for not adopting the good quality of sleeping alone. Correct? It is a good quality. So who developed that quality? Swami developed that quality. Who was responsible for that quality? Not Swami, but some others. Correct? So what did he say? saying that looked at his wife. ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನೀನನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿದಂಥ ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಮುಖವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರನೌನ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ರಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ರೇಡಲ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ರಾಕ್? ಯೂಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ರಾಕ್ ಆಸ್ ನೌನ್ in a sentence and use the word rock as verb in a sentence. Rock means cause to move forward and backward. To and fro. Move, to and fro. Cause to move forward and backward. So what was she doing? She was rocking the cradle. Cradle means ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗು ಮಲಗಿದೆ, ಮಗುವನ್ನು ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು ತೂಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅವಳೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಳು? ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ರಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ರೇಡಲ್. ರಾಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ತೂಗು ಅಂತ ವರ್ಬಾದ್ರೆ, ರಾಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ಲು ಅಂತ ನೌನಾದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ರಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ರೇಡಲ್. ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು ತೂಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನು ಹೇಳಿ ತನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಮುಖವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಅವಳ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಶಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್? ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಮೀ ವೈಲ್ ಯು ಸೇ ಇಟ್? ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮುಖ ಯಾಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು, ನಾನಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಮೀ ವೈಲ್ ಯು ಸೇ ಇಟ್? ಇನ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್, ವೈ he looked at her while he said it. Indirect speech. Why he looked at her while he said it? She asked. What did she say? I hardly know anything about the boy. Hardly means almost, not, never. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಯೂಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ, ರಾಂಗ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. Though sense is correct, meaning is wrong. It gives negative meaning. I am working hardly means you are not working. So instead of that, we should use I am working hard to get good marks in the final examination. Correct sentence. Hardly ಅಂತ ಬಳಸಬೇಡಿ, ಅದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. I hardly know anything about the boy. I don't know anything about the boy. ಅವಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. So who said this? Swami's mother said this. Who is the boy referred here? Swami is the boy. To whom was it said? It was said to Swami's father. When did she say so? When did the speaker say so? When father looked at her saying, I don't like the way you are being brought up. Then she said so. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಬಾಯ್. ನೋ ನಾವು ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಸ್ ಫಾದರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್? ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ? ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಸೇ? ನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಯು. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಯು. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಯು. ಮೀನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್, ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್, ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್. ಮೀನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ refer to. Mean means intend to. Mean means aim. I don't aim. I didn't aim. I don't mean you. I don't aim you. I don't refer to you. I don't convey you. ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ನೀವು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ. I don't mean you, said father. In indirect speech, father said that he did not mean her. In indirect, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Then she was not consoled. If you mean, if you aim, if you direct, if you mean your mother is spoiling him, means Swami's granny spoiling him, tell her so. Don't look at me. Don't direct me. Don't blame me. Tell her so. Tell your mother so. And don't look at me, she said, and turned away. Turn away. Turn away means move away. She moved away from that place. She left the place. She refused to admit. She refused to admit. She turned away. She went away. She moved away. If you mean your mother is spoiling him, tell her so. Don't look at me. And don't look at me, she said, and turned away. She left the place. She got angry. Why? Because he looked at her. Correct? Then, I think you understood. Now see the questions. Write the questions, okay? What was, first question, what was the frightful proposition? Second one, where had Swami always slept? Third question, why did Swami try to change the subject? Fourth question, what is disgraceful according to Swami's father? Next question, why is it disgraceful? Correct? I think you understood the lesson. So we shall continue the next session. Okay? Sai Ram.